So everything was going smooth yesterday. Mel and I, we were getting hay off the field, steadily loading it, trying to do that while it's cloudy, rainy, windy right now before I start cutting more hay. And poof, a big old cloud of steam come up the windshield of my tractor on the outside. I mean, just a tremendous amount at once. And I said, oh man, something blew. I shut the tractor off, raised the hood. Couldn't see it immediately. I need to get water and put back in it and see where it's coming from. And it blew the lower radiator hose. Man, it's like, it's got like a 2.5, 3 inch split in it. So my heart kind of dropped, because the problem right now, like that, is a foreign built tractor. You know, is that sometimes the parts can be tough to get. And I noticed that our local dealer for that tractor has not really been stocking any tractors lately. Their business has been really slow with all of the current malady happening in the world, and everything just seems to be at a slowdown, and parts have been hard to get for even what's supposed to be American made stuff, because of course the American made stuff too, the parts are mostly made overseas. It's just a name, painted on. I was joking with my cousin yesterday. He's asked what you get for having, I ain't gonna use the words he used, but Asian made tractor. And I said all these tractors are built somewhere else these days. They're built in Italy, they're built in France, they're built in Germany, they're built in Russia. You know, there's a lot of John Deere stuff in Russia. I said they're all built somewhere else these days and imported in. There's very little made here anymore. And he said, yeah, that's right. I said, so it really doesn't matter, not at this point in time. But this is a problem that we face too. You know, you have a breakdown, and like, I don't have a backup bigger tractor to just move over to. I've got an open cab tractor, but it may not carry the load of some of this equipment, and so it kind of brings you to a standstill. So I am going to hit some auto parts places and take this hose, and even though they won't have this hose, I might be able to match something up that's got like the same bend and curve and the opening and all that. If I have to chop it out of the middle of a hose for something else, I may not have no luck, because it's kind of odd shaped. The hose is like 2 or 2 1/4 inch on one end, and it's all the way down to like 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch on the other end, inside diameters. And it funnels down, gets smaller like the shape of a horn, and turns into a 90 at the bottom. So all I can do is just go in here and try. Even the tractor dealer, their computers kept crashing. They couldn't look nothing up. And they've worked on my tractor before, and they need a serial number. I said, you got a serial number in your system? They looked at, well, that serial number's not pulling up correct. It is the right serial number they have. It's just mayhem. So I'm already running behind on my hay, and this is just going to put me even further behind. So wish me luck. I'm here at O'Reilly's now. Here's this hose, and I'll show you what I mean. You see how huge it is up on this end, and it goes down small on this end, just kind of shaped like a horn in a way, and it drops down to a 90, like a funnel shape, and down to a 90 there. Don't know why one end to the other would be so different. And there's that split. Look at that. This rubber's just got soft over time, and it finally gave way. Boy, I mean, it really split. And I noticed the quality of this hose is not that great. It doesn't have much fiber in it. You know, it's like strands in there that weave in and give this rubber strength, and I noticed it didn't have much. So it shows that some low quality there as well. So I'll just walk back here, and they may stop me, but they haven't before. Just see if I can find anything that's got a match to this shape in it. And maybe I can chop out an existing hose. See, that might would work, but the other end's too big. That's what's going to be odd about it, is the two different sizes in it. Like that one there, if it was reduced at the other end, it would work. Same on top, but you see, that's the problem, is that reduction in the bottom. Well, so here I am at the tractor. I dug through back there in O'Reilly's and found this hose here, which you see is a way bigger, longer hose than my tractor calls for. Excuse the wind there. This hose here cost me maybe like $12. The tractor dealer for this hose right here, they wanted over $60 for it. Take a week for it to come in maybe, and we know there's a holiday coming in between there, so good luck for that. In a week you can do a lot of work. So this hose was a little small on this end right here, but it was flared already, some bigger than the other end. You know, like you see this one, see how it drops down two sizes. So I've been up there boiling water, putting in boiling water, getting it very hot, putting some things in there to stretch that end. Like I used a big pair of channel locks and I spread them open and wedge wood between the handles and stretch it and heat it again, stretch it, and I got it. It's fitting on there now. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, twist it around and put it on. But I got really lucky finding this one. You see this, how it has a kind of offset profile. So did this one here, had an offset profile like that. So I have no clue what this fit, what car it fit, but I just walked in back there in O'Reilly's and started going through their rack until I seen something that looked like it could be modified. So I think it's gonna work. So I got all the extra cut off this hose. We'll see if I can get this thing spun around here without taking it back off here, and get it slid on right there, and hopefully I'll have some good luck here, get back to work, and save money at the same time, and not be losing money waiting a week for that to come in. And you know it's gonna be longer than that with the current crisis. Well, I got it slid on there, so all I gotta do now is get some clamps on it. Man, I tell you, this is the problem in this day and time. There's so many different brands of equipment. So much of it now is made overseas, and parts distribution can be a little bit of a problem, you know, especially in the climate we're in right now. You know, the pandemic, the political, everything. So man, a setback on these things can really get you.